John Osborne here. Let's do the FX educational outlook for May 25th, 2017. We'll start out by looking at the pound yen. You can see we've been watching this trend line on the daily, waiting to break above it. And if you look real closely, you can see that we did break above it across this line, went up and retouched this 45.387. Now that line's broken. We're looking for strength as we break through there, and we're not getting it. We're seeing some good bullishness on our weekly, but we're just not seeing much of a move up here, so it's not surprising that it's not following through. So let's hold off on entering here until we can get at least above the 45.387 or make another run back up. We might make a move back down towards here. We'll keep an eye on that. For the Swissy yen, you can see we are moving higher. So we actually broke a little bit above the 114.959, so that gives us the ability to move past that. We're looking neutral on our daily, bullish on our weekly, and kind of neutral across the board here. Still recovering from those FOMC minutes that came out yesterday in that news. And we're still bullish in the euro pound, which is moving up. The next target we want to get across or get above would be this previous swing high at 0.86743, and once again we are moving above on the weekly trend line here. For the euro US dollar, we are struggling to get above this 1.12989 previous pivot here on the weekly. It might be causing us a pivot, so we could be going into a consolidation. What I want to do is keep an eye out for this previous trend line or this resistance trend line to be broken, so we can watch for a break anywhere along this line. Currently it's about 1.12459. We are showing some bearishness here and actually getting a divergence, so a bearish divergence here, so we may end up no longer going any higher. We'll see what happens. If we can break through here, we'll be okay. If not, we'll keep an eye out for it. For the Aussie US dollar, we've just made this one more bearish because of a similar divergence that we've got here on the 120 minute. We can see we've got a second peak that's as high as the previous one here, and we're not getting as good of a signal on our signal line in MACD. We're still inside this weekly pennant here, so let's see if we go back down and retest along this line, and then we'll see what it's going to do next. But we're probably going to be looking for a bearish move here. We've been waiting for a break lower than the 0.72437 here, and you can see we went down and got pretty close to it, and we still haven't broken back down through it. But this is a good sign, so watch for an entry if we can break below there. We might take until next week before we see that happen. And also we were looking for a break below 1.34085, and it looks like it broke through there and then closed higher. So now we have a little bit of almost a tweezer pattern here. Not quite, because it's not quite the same height here, but we are bouncing off the weekly support line. So let's be careful with that one. We're going to watch what happens. We're still looking bearish on our pound loonie. Okay, and watch out for strength here and maybe a setup that gives us a consolidation trend break that moves lower. And for the dollar Swissy, we're continuing to move lower, and we have broke through this consolidation trend line here, so this gives us an opportunity to go short. And finally, the euro yen, we're just going to stay in a consolidation pattern here below 125.807. You can see we went up and tried to break above the previous pivot here and just couldn't do it. If you look, we're just going up right and touching that, so that shows that that point is significant. Now we have to see if this is a double top or if we're going to try to break and go higher. So let's see what happens. It looks like it wants to go higher, but we have to wait and see. And that'll do it for today. I want to ask you, if you can, go ahead and subscribe to get notifications for future videos, and also you can follow me on StockTwits and Twitter under the name TraderJohnO. To subscribe, just click on the picture of me, the smiling face that's on the upper right corner. Until next time, have a great day.